Build it and they will come. True or false?
False.
False.
Absolutely false.
So I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw a tweet and we had a discussion about it. I mean, it was a good tweet because it started a conversation. Right. The tweet read, in the end, you'll win through superior craftsmanship and not marketing.
Well, maybe that's in the end, but most people just won't even make it to the end is
right.
the problem.
You can't get to the end without marketing. It's like having the best product ever and never telling anyone about it. And it doesn't have to be paid marketing.
Yeah, that's not, I think the key statement of that is in the end. But you don't start up and get to the end. You start up and you're in the beginning. And really when you're looking at marketing and you're looking at product, and I'll take our example for this. We in the software world, you build MVPs, right? So when we have a new feature or product, we build a minimal viable feature for that product. Why do we do that? Because it's a new feature. We don't have any experience with people. We don't have any feedback. So in order to make sure, instead of planning this like elaborate feature that we're going to launch without any input from our audience, more than likely, we're not going to get it exactly right. But when you launch a product, you have to go out and market to people because they're important to the feedback for you to get to a superior product, right? So that delicate dance between product development and your clients and marketing, right? You have to have that feedback in order to get to a point where you have a great product. Because if you do it in a vacuum, then you're trying to make a decision. Think about how hard that would be, is that I've got to think about every way that a client using our system or product might think about. I got to put myself in all those people's shoes. It's not realistic that I'm going to get that right. There's a large margin of error. Where there's not a margin for error is when you introduce something that's maybe not the final product, but it's a minimal version of that product, and then you introduce it to your customer base and you get feedback from them. That process is what helps you have a product, an excellent product, like a bulletproof product. But the whole thing of build it and they will come, you ever go launch a grab a domain and build a landing page and post it up on the web and see if that's true?
Yep.
Have you ever done it?
No, and that's when you know that what you're making becomes a craft, because in order for it to keep getting better, you have to have feedback, which essentially is marketing.
That's right.
And even before you launch it, right, you need to be thinking about the marketing process. For example, what problem am I solving, right?
Yeah,
that's in the creation part of a product or a service or whatever it is.
Yes. Listen, so when you think about it, you have two types of purchasers. You have a purchaser who's going to buy your product. Maybe it's a one-time purchase. And then you have, if you're selling a product that people are going to buy multiple times, the product at the end of the day has to be good enough for people to buy. But out of the gate, marketing can get a lot of people. There's been a lot of bad products that have been incredibly successful, but what happens over time, they might be successful for a shorter period of time, but at some point the product has to hold up, right? But in the beginning, really the name of the game is you can't get to having a great product without marketing, because you need enough of a sample set. You need enough people that have used your product. You need enough feedback for you to know that you're building the absolute best product at the end of the day. And so, you can't get there without marketing, right? Now, hey, you look ahead, you have a lot of customers and they've become brand advocates because you've done such a great job with the product. That's what we all thrive towards. That's what we're all working towards, is turning customers into advocates, right? And then they're out there singing the praises of your company. But that takes time, and marketing is going to be the thing that's going to get you the quickest way from point A to point B. You could say, hey, I'm going to bootstrap this. I'm just going to do things organically. I'm just going to, but that's still marketing at the end of the day. It's just not paid marketing. But you can go the slow route, and you can do that. But listen, you can look through history and see the percentages of people that have done that and that have built a great company are few and far between. And so it's really a percentages. Do you want to go the long road traveled, or do you want to go a road that is the best way, the quickest way to travel, so you can get to a point that hey, here's the marketing, here's the product, and now this is something I can really build on.
Right? And that's how you get to the end. You really need both to get to the end.
Yeah.
in the end, you will be successful if it's a superior craftsmanship, but you can't even think about the end until you do the first part.
The first part, yeah, because you're going to learn. The process of learning leads you to a great product. It's very rare that somebody, now maybe there's furniture, there's physical products that people make that are just incredible right out of the bat, but that's not, there's always evolution in product design. And so marketing trumps product, at least in the beginning, and then maybe in the end, like the guy said, craftsmanship wins the day, right? But you can't get there without marketing.
Yeah. Well, guys, thanks for listening and watching. Comment below, what do you think biggest misconception is about marketing?